Hey guys, it's time to Nefas and chill. Have you guys ever wondered what it would look like to see Goku get into a fist fight with Rocky Balboa? I've thought about it too many times, and I actually have the next best thing. What happens when a wholesome PvP streamer like Grimhollow at twitch.tv/GrimhollowESO fights a wholesome PvE streamer like me, NefasQS? A few days ago, I made history as the two vastly different worlds of PvP and PvE collided on the lag-torn fields of Cyrodiil. It was 21:51 PM, and I had spotted Grimhollow at an AD resource. Of course, my immediate instinct was to team up with the Almeri Dominion guards and zerg him down. But just like having sex on top of the coffee table, the false sense of victory shattered like glass, and immediate shame descended upon me harder than a policeman's knee. So, with more remorse than the people who get banned by ZeniMax and have to appeal through customer support, I asked someone in my Twitch chat to act as a messenger to avoid the breakout of a Twitch drama, the likes that internet has never seen before. I asked this brave messenger to tell Grimhollow I apologize and I'd like to regain my honor back by fighting him one-on-one. While I was waiting for Grimhollow to reply, Karma slapped me in the face with its flaccid penis as two AD players relentlessly came after me and killed me. Eventually, Grimhollow did not shoot my messenger and accepted my request, and I had to ride all the way from the EP gates back to Robeck and fuck these people who push an alliance all the way to the gates, goddammit. I just want my goddamn sky shards, and these degenerates who are always complaining about not having people to fight are the same people who keep pushing an alliance all the way to their gates after taking Emperor, taking all the scrolls, and taking Volundr. Of course no one wants to fucking fight. You took all their fucking shit, including their will to live, you fucking idiots. Even the Allies left the Germans some land after the First World War. Goddamn shit. But anyway, as I rolled back towards Robeck, where we had decided to meet, I did what any other PvE endgame player does. I researched my enemy. I looked up ESO logs, I looked through my videos, or any videos pertaining to the raid boss, that is Grimhollow. I couldn't find any parses on him in ESO logs, unfortunately. I did find a couple of his YouTube videos, but who's got time to watch goddamn 10 minutes of an ESO video, am I right? So I did the next best thing. I took Sun Tzu's advice. I had to know my enemy as well as I knew myself. Although I don't think I want to know how many times Grimhollow masturbates every few hours. I opened up Grimhollow's stream and stream sniped them. Now, some of you watching this may be like, oh wow, Nefas, you stream sniped Grimhollow? That's low, man. That's the lowest of the low. Nefas, I'm unsubscribing from your YouTube channel. You know what? I agree, and you should unsubscribe. But you know what, guys? If you guys ran like, you run your mouse about me half the time, half of America would be in good physical shape by now. Anyway, I analyzed Grimhollow like most people analyze Outcast builds. I looked at his bar setups, his max resources, and then I didn't care about any other detail after that. So I get to Robeck, and I realize on this long journey, my long journey from the EP gate to Robeck was the typical hero's journey that's been sung and written about since Gilgamesh. I was called to war by my alliance, that is the Ebonheart Pact. I was taught how to PvP by Kirimoto TV and Annie. I abused the powers given to me by zerging down Grimhollow. In the middle of all this, I realized it wasn't the Daggerfall Covenant or the Almeri Dominion or Grimhollow I held hatred in my heart for. It was myself that I held hatred for. And I saw myself in my supposed enemies, and as this epiphany struck me, I cried out for Grimhollow as I rode my mount towards Robeck. Don't worry, Grimhollow, I'm coming for you, baby.
I don't think so. I'm on my sword. I'm covert.
As we prepared for our first duel, I wrote my death poem as all Asian warriors do, just in case. My death haiku was, if I die, it's lag. If I win, it's because skills. Please nerf Bloodspawn more. For those of you wondering, Cody PvP's haiku went probably something like this. I'm gonna get banned now. Time to go play some Fortnite. I'll be right back. Anyway, Grimhollow doesn't realize that I came to win. I came to destroy. I came to obliterate. I still had the incredibly toxic build that Annie made. The power of Malakat spanned the brutality with the bleed damage from Dragon Knight, and Master's dual wield carried me to the victory in the first duel. At first, Grimhollow seemed unaffected by my build in the early moments of the duel, but when he stopped shielding, like a gamer stopped using sunblock in the sunlight, the cancer struck. After I won the first duel, I roared out a moan of pleasure, just like Shrek. I now knew how the people dueling in Stormhaven felt after they killed players who were just turning in undaunted pledges. I now knew how React felt after he 1vx'd the guild. I now knew how accomplished Beasley feels after sniping somebody from stealth, and I finally understood as my third enlightened eye of nirvana opened up why people teabag players that they swarm down with 100 players. Woo!
Dude, that's some serious dot pressure. Oh shoot, so I just gotta kite him to death.
Hell, you're gonna kite me to death! Now, I knew the second duel would be a lot more difficult, because he now knows what I'm doing. And as we fought, I could clearly tell Grimhollow's expert kiting from his Stamina Nightblade experience was going to make this a war of attrition on my resources. So I thought back to what Kirimoto TV taught me about PvP, and you guys should definitely check out that video. So out of desperation, I alt-tabbed out of the game real quick and pulled up my cheat engine, then DDoSed the hell out of Grimhollow so he would lag out at a critical moment. And that's how I won the second duel. Now, the second duel is always a psychological one. The first time someone loses, they chalk it up to lag or their own mistakes or inexperience fighting the other person. If someone loses the second duel, they start to doubt themselves. They start questioning the meaning of life. With the third duel, I had to hammer the nails into the proverbial coffin. And so I started face-tanking Grimhollow's crystal fragments, his light attacks, his force pulses, and streaks. This was a display of alpha dominance, truly a chat-tastic way of telling someone without words that you don't give a single iota of a fuck. After some chasing that could easily have some, yakety sax, Benny Hill music over it, I struggled to beat Grimhollow with the cheesiest build in the world. Now, Grimhollow wanted a fourth duel, and I was down for it, but he tried to donkey punch me down with some overload light attacks before I even buffed up and started jumping. I became angry at this dishonorable dueling procedure, but I kept my cool and thought to myself, maybe Grimhollow is hungry or thirsty. It was like,
wow, okay,
a billion.
I'll go one more time.
One more time? Oh, I love dueling. This is why I love dueling. It's like, what the fuck? I'm not ready yet. Maybe that's why he made this mistake, so I decided I need to give him some food, but in a highly intellectual manner. Chinese delivery! Now, dueling in ESO is like playing chess. There are rules, and certain pieces on the board can go a certain way or amount of spaces, so I had to outthink Grimhollow here, and I did it by diabolically letting my health go down so he would get greedy and overstep his boundaries. This completely crushed Grimhollow's warrior spirit. And so ended the 4 epic duels between a wholesome PvP and PvE streamer.
Look at this fight right now.
You got too greedy! Now, after all of this, we fought some AD players side by side, like Gimli and Legolas in Lord of the Rings. We had been mortal enemies, hated each other, with the greater dread of high elves and siege weapons when you're outnumbered 1 to 100 forced us to team up, but unlike Legolas, Grimhollow found an opportunity to drive a dagger in between my shoulder blades as we fought the Aldmeri Dominion. As you can see from this recap here, all of the damage came from Grimhollow as I bravely spammed Noxious Breath on the barrier spammers. Anyway, all jokes aside, make sure you guys check out Grimhollow at his YouTube and Twitch. His information is down in the description below. Also, if you want to watch more ESO history making, come by my stream at twitch.tv/NefasQS or subscribe to this channel. It means a lot to me. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe and have fun. Wow, is it the Malakath ring? Shit, should I... Okay, hold on. Should I troll him?
I'm guessing.
Spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel! If it's toxic, I troll him. Alright.
That's like actually so insane. Like the only way is to not get touched.